History may not be what you think of when it comes to video games, but there are several games that are based on or inspired by true events in the past. These games may be historical fiction, but they also might inspire the gamer to do research into the history they've been playing. One of those examples would be the 2020 game, Ghost of Tsushima, inspired by the 13th century Mongol invasion of Japan and Tsushima. In 1274, the powerful Mongol Empire, led by Kublai Khan, the grandson of Genghis Khan, sought to expand its territory. They focused on Japan, a mysterious island in the east. Kublai Khan sent emissaries to Japan, demanding submission. The Japanese shogunate, under Hojo Tokumen, refused. This defiance set the stage for the Mongols' invasion. Kublai Khan led the invasion himself. This included a fleet of 900 ships, carrying an army of 30,000 Mongol, Chinese, and Korean soldiers. Their first target was Tsushima, a small island lying between Korea and Japan. The invasion was a shock to the unprepared people of Tsushima. Although there was a small presence of local samurai on the island, once the Mongols landed, they quickly overwhelmed them. The Mongols used advanced weaponry, such as explosive projectiles and sophisticated tactics, which stunned the samurai. The island was devastated, and its inhabitants were either killed or enslaved. After taking Tsushima, the Mongol fleet turned its attention to the Japanese mainland. They landed at Hakata Bay near the city of Dezifu. This time the Japanese were prepared. Hojo Tokumen had ordered the construction of defensive walls and gathered a force of samurai to defend the bay. When the Mongols landed, they were met with fierce resistance. As the battle raged on, there were heavy casualties on both sides. The Japanese fought with determination, using their knowledge of the terrain to their advantage. Despite their superior numbers and weaponry, the Mongols were unable to secure a decisive victory. After several days of fighting, a power typhoon struck. The storm, known in Japan as a kamikaze or divine wind, decimated the Mongol fleet. With many of their ships now destroyed, the surviving Mongols had to retreat. Despite their failure, Kublai Khan planned a second invasion. In 1281, a larger force was assembled, consisting of two separate fleets. One fleet departed from China, and the other from Korea. This time the Mongol forces numbered nearly 140,000 soldiers and 5,000 ships. Once again, Tsushima was the first to face the invasion, and was ravaged once more. But the Japanese mainland had been preparing for another invasion. The shogunate and the samurai were ready to defend their homeland. The two Mongol fleets coincided at the Hakata Bay. The Japanese had reinforced their defenses and were prepared for a prolonged battle. The fighting was intense and brutal. The samurai once again fought valiantly against the invaders. The Mongols, once again, despite their superior numbers, struggled to gain the upper hand. Once again, nature intervened. Another powerful typhoon struck, even more devastating than the first. The Mongol fleet suffered catastrophic losses. This second storm marked the end of the second invasion. The failed invasions left a profound impact on both Japan and the Mongol Empire. In Japan, the invasions strengthened the resolve of the samurai class and the shogunate. The kamikaze storms reinforced the belief in Japan's divine protection. For the Mongol Empire, the failures marked a significant blow to their expansionist ambitions. Kublai Khan never attempted another invasion of Japan. Today, the invasions are remembered as a testament to the resilience and courage of the Japanese people. Tsushima, once the battleground of these historic events, now stands as a symbol of endurance and strength. The dramatic history of the Mongol invasions of Tsushima served as the inspiration for the highly praised video game Ghost of Tsushima. Developed by Sucker Punch Productions and released in 2020, the game brings the period to life in stunning detail. The developers conducted extensive research to ensure historical accuracy while crafting a compelling story. They visited Tsushima, studied historical texts, and consulted with experts to recreate the island's landscape, architecture, and culture. In the game, players assume the role of Jin Sakai, a samurai who survives the initial Mongol attack on Tsushima. Jin must adapt and evolve his fighting style to combat the invaders, becoming the ghost who uses guerrilla tactics to protect his homeland. Ghost of Tsushima captures the essence of the samurai spirit, the beauty of the island, and the ferocity of the Mongol invasions. The game has been praised for its immersive storytelling, stunning visuals, and deep respect for Japanese culture and history. The Mongol invasions of Japan were a dramatic clash of cultures and military might. They shaped the course of Japanese history, leaving a legacy that endures to this day. The bravery of the defenders, the fury of the kamikaze storms, and the ultimate triumph of the Japanese people are stories that continue to inspire and captivate. History is crucial to remember, and video games can provide a compelling visual medium to introduce it to those who may be unaware of certain time periods and events.